maybe 7. I might be able to body a box. I might be able to body a box. If I was really trying and I was getting paid like $100 per slice, I could probably do the box. 8 slices, easy. Not easy, but I'll be struggling, but I feel like I could probably do that. For James to do 3 boxes and also the extra stuff on the side, I mean, it's just light work for the boy, obviously. But for me and you, leave it down below, but I'm pretty sure it will be outrageous.
And then I got a mixture of cheese bread.
That's crazy.
And pepperoni pizza.
Never seen that before. Cheese bread and pepperoni pizza in the same box. I've never seen some shit like that before in my life. I didn't even know they could do stuff like that.
So good.
Time.
And then I got...
I mean, we're literally, 2 boxes down. You get me? Like, I like cheese bread as much as I can, but, bruh, we gotta do something about this shit. It's just crazy. And, people in the comment section always saying this shit, like, how do you afford all this? You guys don't realize it. That dude James is making some serious amount of money. Like, every time I see this guy's video, you do realize he's chilling on, like, tens of thousands of views, right? Some of these videos are getting millions of views, and each one of those videos is gonna accrue a couple hundred, maybe even $1,000, depending on how many views he gets. I mean, look at this one: 1.7 million, 4.2 million, 1.4 million, 1.2 million. Like, this is just a week ago. This is very common that this dude will be making like hundreds of thousands, and I wouldn't be surprised at the end of the year. He's in a different tax bracket. Like, this guy is literally caking it up like crazy. The money that he's making on TikTok is probably outrageous. And not to mention, I believe he has other stuff going on too. I think he's like doing also stuff on, he's got like a Temu link. He's got, I guess, like other affiliate links as well. It's like he's all over the internet. People sleep on it. Like, he's not just making money from TikTok, which is already outrageous, by the way. But he's also making money from all across the entire internet. So before you guys ask, like, how is he able to afford all this? Bro, easily, every single time. Like, by the end of the year, I wouldn't be surprised if he came out and he's like, I made $20,000 this year or more. I'd be like, yeah, that makes total fucking sense. And you could be like, David, did he make that much money just from eating? Yeah. Ain't that amazing? You would not be able to do that in any other aspect, any other area of life. Like, it's so crazy. It is such a privilege to live in 2026, I promise. And to be able to be on the internet, be James, and make, but it's a double-edged sword, right? Because it's slowly but surely killing him. But it's also how he makes his money. It's almost like you're eating the kryptonite as Superman. You get me? Like, small increments, and slowly but surely your power starts drifting away. And eventually you just become a regular person, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's like for James. He just is...
But it's still good stuff you can use.
Even though he can change, and he says he's going to, he doesn't, because he knows if he does, he won't get the views anymore. Kind of like how Amberlynn Reed said that she was scared to lose weight because she thought if she did, she would, like, lose all her fan base. It'd be the same thing here. And I know it would be the case because when James was doing that weight loss journey, like, a month ago, he did lose viewership. Like, people weren't tuning in to the same degree. Because when you build an audience solely off of eating 3 boxes of pizza, 2 boxes of crazy bread, and 2 boxes of wings, people want to come for the next week and to see more of what the fuck you got going on. And you're always consistently one-upping yourself. And there's not really a way to one-up yourself after that. Like, it's pretty outrageous to think that you can go and, somehow manage to go up from 3 boxes of pizza, but you somehow manage to do it every single week.
Moody guys, and today I feel like eating a little healthy snack, so I got everything grilled from Chick-fil-A.
Nigga act like because you grill the same, it's still the same food, bitch. It's still just grilled.
But I'm pretty sure the fries are not grilled. I'm pretty sure those are fried. That's crazy, James. You got everything on the menu that was grilled.
Bitch, you ain't still none.
Nothing else going on. Like, do you have like hobbies or anything?
I can't steal, you can.
Like,
Look at his mouth out there.
That you maybe want to share with the audience, like your fan base or anything like that, because I don't even know how you would go into a Chick-fil-A and be like, everything grilled on the menu, make it snappy. Like, that's outrageous, James. Is that macaroni and cheese right there? What is that? What do you got there? I don't care. I just don't care, man. And then just sit there and be like, I got 4 French fries, large. Like, he got upset. Like, he was almost kind of like mad that people would assume that they're small. If I'm being honest, if these are large, I would be disappointed. There's almost nothing in them. Just skip it out like crazy over there. That's that good Christian value over there. You skip it out on all the fries and stuff like that. You know, I do think that grilled is the better option when it comes to chicken, of course. But isn't baking the best? Because, like, you're not doing anything. You're just kind of, like, baking it off heat, right? I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure baking is the healthiest. And I think chicken, like, grilling it is okay, I suppose. Depends on what you're grilling it with. I don't know, man.
I got 2 grilled sandwiches. I got grilled nuggets, and I got some of the regular nuggets,
Right? Wait, hold up. You can't say you got everything grilled and then got regular nuggets. That doesn't even make any sense at all. Wait, that doesn't even make sense. You can't do that. That's regular nuggets. You're breaking the rules.
then I got a little side salad.
That's never going to be touched. Anybody that thinks that salad's going to be used in any way, that's just garnish for the plate. You get me? Like, you're just going to have it off to the side so that way you can look at it and go, I'm doing something. I'm looking at it.
And then I got
What you doing? You looking at it?
What's the point? I never understood people that get Coke Zeros or, like, diet sodas when you're literally about to eat. I wouldn't be surprised if this was like 4,000 calories, maybe even more than that. I mean, he literally has like 3 sandwiches, nuggets, 4 large fry. He's got a milkshake. And then he told me to talk about I got a diet. Like, it doesn't matter. You might as well get the full fat at that point. Why does it even matter? It literally is actually kind of offensive. Like, if I was working behind a counter and a dude ordered all this shit and he was like, but hold up, let me get that diet. I would look at that dude sideways. Like, what the fuck you talking about? What you lie? For what? In most diet, it tastes like cat piss anyway. It tastes like literal ass. Like, not even good at all. I would rather have a homeless man piss in my mouth than drink Diet Coke or whatever the fuck you guys be putting on your lips nowadays. It's outrageous. But it doesn't matter. Like, why are you out here ordering the diet when you're about to eat 4,000 calories?
He got
some lettuce on it. Give him credit where it's due, guys. Lettuce does exist. Is that ketchup? That's the weirdest ketchup packet I've ever seen in my entire life. Is there a rhyme or reason why we have ketchup like this? It doesn't seem very efficient at all. Okay. Yeah, that ketchup looks suck. That ketchup looks ass. Sorry, I'm not really in the mood to watch him eat copious amounts of food. It's just not really for me. Damn, he's like sweating. Like, sweating while eating the food is kind of crazy, actually. Like, just out here hyperventilating and sweating while eating chicken sandwiches. Because they're grilled, guys. It's slightly healthier. And that's the reason why we're ultimately sweating the way we are. Nothing's changed. He says he's going to go on diet, but I don't really know what that means when it comes to dieting. Also, I did watch the rest of that video. That lettuce, or like the garnish that I told you about, it wasn't touched at all, which makes sense, obviously, because why would he eat that? No, it's just a little thing that we can look at on the side that makes us think that we're doing something better. But the reality of it is, we're not. It's just there. So we can look upon it and feel good that we ordered it, even though we did not doing anything with it. We're just kind of like looking at it.
Yeah, if you order 50 million fucking foods anyway, it don't matter
like
what you order.
Disintegrating every second of the day you wait. But anyway, let me know what you guys think down below about James's progress on his diet. And I'm very interested.
What fucking progress?
If you guys would like to support me, you can check out the links in the description. Also, hit that.
Listen. This is a lab coat at best.
Samira is the definition of main character syndrome. Literally the definition of do too much. And let me be clear on this. You ain't that girl. I'm gonna tell you the truth. This princess, this like ideology of you being a princess and stuff like that, no, you ain't that person. I gotta let you know. We gotta lower Samira a little bit, okay? Because she is way too entitled to be out here complaining that robes in hotels do not fit her. Every time I watch a Samira video, I'm more disappointed because I'm always thinking, you're living such a great life. You're living literally the top 1% of the 1%. Yet, you still find the means to complain. If the robes don't fit you, then go out and buy a robe. I was gonna tell you, bro, you're at a hotel. The hotels in general are gonna be probably hit or miss in the sense of like things that you're gonna find really, really good and really not good. Like, for instance, when I go to hotels, I've been to a few hotels in my life. Not so many that I'm like a connoisseur when it comes to what is and what is not appropriate for hotels. But there have been a few times where I show up and the soap isn't correct. Or maybe the front door where I walked in, somebody came in, maybe accidentally. These things happen. I'm never going to be like, oh, no, you guys are ridiculous. I can't believe that the soap isn't contoured exactly for my body and stuff. No, I don't care. Personally, it's not that big of a deal.
But for you, you already live in one of the most privileged classifications of human ever. And you out here complaining that the robes, the bathrobes don't fit you? Girl, let me get you in on a little secret here. How many more signs do you need? How many more vivid signs? You know, at this point, this is literally a blinking red light in your face, and you out here complaining like too much, way too much. Girl, if the robe don't fit, maybe it's not the robe's fault. Maybe it's you. Maybe, hear me out. I could be wrong on this, but I'm probably not. Maybe it's your problem. I'm just so sick. I'm seeing Samira complaining to a different degree, omega level hard, every day about the fact that everything is so fat phobic and that she can't, I can't fit in this. Parking meters are fat phobic, clothes don't fit me. Dude, when do we ever look in the mirror and go, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do today to make it better for society? You know, how am I? Because like, hear me out. Society's gonna stay the way it is. But you can most definitely change for society. I'm just so sick of hearing people go, society needs to change for me, society needs to change for me. Bro, you need to change for society, okay? I gotta tell you. The society's already built, okay? Infrastructure, all that stuff is already here. So if you out here and you can't fit in this robe, I gotta tell you, bro, it's either one of two things. It's either you go down to Walmart and you pick up a whole bunch of bathrobes and you wear those bathrobes, or whatever size that you need them to be, or you lose weight. That's it. I don't know. What are you even gonna do? Call the front desk. Yo, I can't fit any of these robes. What the fuck am I gonna do? Do you see how ridiculous that sounds? Do you see how outrageous that is? How uncanny that sounds? Instead, you go and complain on the internet. And I know that you probably feeling some type of way. It warms my soul. It warms my soul. Everybody in the comment section, bring your own next time. Girl, get a bed. Get the sheet off the bed. Literally, get the sheet off the bed. Girl, I'm already irritated. Not today. Everybody calling her out. Everybody, bro. Girl, it's you, babe. How are they supposed to know you that big, though? I mean, look. Samira, no matter what it is, Samira will find something to complain about. She's, I would say, an expert at complaining at this point. I would never want to be around Samira. Somebody like Samira. Just literally an energy vampire. You know, making everything about them, always complaining about shit. I don't know how people around her can even do it, bro. It's gotta be agonizing. And I'm just so sick of Samira making these goddamn videos and making herself the victim every second of the day. Girl, you not the victim. You literally out here making more money, doing more than anybody. Like, the fact that you can even travel to the degree that you can should automatically put you, like, you're in a different tax bracket, okay? Like, why are you complaining so aggressively? Now, I'm not saying you can't complain at a higher tax bracket. That's fine. But these types of complaints, you not being able to fit in a row, get your shit together, Samira. Come on. This is ridiculous.
Is this supposed to go this high? Is this how it's supposed to fit? I feel like it's supposed to go like, so that I know.
Your fat ass can't even do a fanny pack on your big ass.
I don't like Samira. I'll just tell you guys right now. I just don't like her. Like, she's just making a big deal out of literally anything. If it doesn't fit you, then don't wear it. I don't know what to tell you, okay? You know that when you go into these establishments, 95% of the stuff is not going to fit you. Yet you still do this. She still goes into the establishments. She still finds the clothes, and she'll try it on. She'll go, I can't believe this doesn't fit me. Why wouldn't you? You know that it wasn't going to fit you. You looked at it before you tried it on, right? When I look at a piece of clothing, right, and I see that clothes, and I go, yeah, this seems like it's a little too big for me, right? I have a 30-inch waist. Sorry, maybe even 28 in the summertime. And I'm snatched as hell. And I know all the femboys and all them dudes out there looking at me, and they're going, damn, I bet his shit tight. It is. But regardless of these things, regardless of all these facts, I still look upon these clothing items, and I go, this is not going to fit me. It's too big, it's too small, it's okay. I'm just going to move on. And to look at this item, still try it on. By the way, you're never going to wear this, okay? I don't know what you guys call this where you guys are from, but where I'm from, we call this a gag bag or gag with an S. It is what it is, okay? It's not a gay epithet in terms of like what it is. Well, maybe I guess it is actually. If I was from the UK, nobody would have a problem with it. But that's what we call it here, or a fanny pack. I guess that's what people call it. A more acceptable name, I suppose. But if you're from the UK, I guess fanny means vagina, which is really weird. I don't know why you call it vagina pack. That's weird, right? Or whatever. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. But regardless, I know that Samira is never gonna wear this. But these are really cool. You know, definitely super cool. I knew a lot of people when I was growing up. They used to wear these a lot. A lot of older women that I know personally still wear these to this day, and they're pretty reliable. Where you can keep everything on you. Now, for me personally, I would just carry a backpack if I need anything more than what I usually carry, or like maybe a regular bag, just like a cat bag. I have a cat bag hanging from my door, like a big one, because in my state, or actually I don't know if in my state, but in my city, you have to bring your own bag, like a reusable bag, otherwise they charge you like 5 to 10 cents for a bag. It adds up. But regardless, she goes to these stores, she finds clothes, she knows it doesn't fit her, and that's like her whole entire content scheme. She gets upset, she acts like, I can't believe this doesn't fit me. Why would you? This is like 90% of your content, going into the stores and acting like you're pissed off that the clothes don't fit you, when obviously they were never going to fit you. You're just doing this because you know it like jocks up views, and then you wonder why people don't like you anymore. Because you act entitled, and you act like this is ridiculous, when in reality it's not ridiculous. You know, what do you mean? Like, I don't think it's supposed to go up this high. I don't think it's supposed to go down. It's supposed to be on the belt strap, if I'm being honest with you. But let's be clear. You're wearing leggings, okay? And then also you got them pulled really high up. Really high up. So I guess it really doesn't even matter. The clothes you're wearing right now don't even fit you. I'm just so sick of Samira. Every time I watch more videos on her, I get more and more disappointed at the reality we live in. It's too much. It's way too much. The girl is not... She's not even like that for real. She's not that type of person. And yet she still portrays herself as this, like, I don't know, like this voice of freedom. When the reality of it is, she's awful. Like, she is not that person. She thinks she's a princess, but the reality of it is, she's just terrible.
It is not weight that actually causes any kind of health concerns, but rather the oscillation of weight. And because diets do not work, your weight is bound to oscillate. Diet culture is a scam. It is one of the most unhealthy things that we partake in as a society. It is not weight.
I just want to know, like, what's the alternative then? Like, if you're telling people that diets don't work, that's actually super disgusting behavior, by the way, because it just depends on what you mean by diet, because diet doesn't directly mean that you're losing weight or you're doing it for the explicit purpose of losing weight. But if somebody said, I'm overweight, I have to get on a diet, the implication is that they are trying to lose weight. Diets in and of themselves can be very valuable, especially if you know what you're doing, if what foods are good for you, what foods are not good for you. No two foods are created equal, and I'm not one of those people that thinks you shouldn't eat whatever you want. Like, if you want to eat a donut or you want to go ahead and eat some ice cream, like, I don't care. Like, go off. I think it's totally fine to eat these things, by the way. The thing is, like, I just hope that if you are eating these things and you are trying to lose weight, that you're, like, eating them in moderation. That will be the biggest problem, is that you're eating them to a degree that is unsustainable. That's the issue. So if for Samira saying, like, oh no, diets don't work, in what way do they not work? It just depends on what you're doing. Now, if your diet is literally eating donuts and ice cream all the time, then I guess it's not going to work in the sense of losing weight, but it will work in the sense of gaining weight 100%. But if you don't actually, like, if you don't fully imbue yourself inside of that, you're not going to lose any weight, which is exactly true. So for Samira to be like, oh no, like, the weight itself is not a problem, I beg to differ. There are plenty of people and examples out there that in studies and facts that prove that having extra weight on your body is demonstrably terrible for your health. There are so many health risks associated with being overweight. And to sit here and say, nah, no it doesn't. What are you talking about? How does it not? What are you saying right now? That's actually so, because there are people out here, think about it. There are so many people out here that are struggling with weight. And it obviously becomes more and more of an issue every single year, right? The weight goes up and stuff like that. And I know we have Ozempic now, but not everybody has like a quick $1,000 to drop a month on some Ozempic or some GLP-1, right? And even when you're taking those things, that doesn't necessarily mean that you'll lose weight. It just means that you have probably an easier time losing weight. So in these scenarios, to be like, oh, no, diets don't work, you do realize there are people out there that are trying to lose weight, and they're going to see this video, and they're going to go, yeah, I guess Samira's correct. I guess Samira, she just told me that weight loss or diets don't work for weight loss, so I'm just not going to lose weight. I guess I'll just do whatever I want, but it's not going to work. It's like those people that go, oh, David, did you know that Coke or like regular soda is better for you than the diet version, because the diet one doesn't have things that actually dissolve in your stomach? Yeah, but that's the point, though. Like, can you imagine? Like, it's this false idea. If you're trying to lose weight and you're drinking a 140-calorie drink compared to a 0-calorie drink, and you're telling me it's better to drink the 140-calorie drink because it has more natural flavors in it, you are actually fundamentally mentally challenged 100%. That is so ridiculous. Drink the diet. Drink the diet. It's like those people that go, don't eat fruit because it has sugar in it. Bro, I just started going to McDonald's, bro. What you talking about? How right now? All the time. And it would be really the people that are sitting there dusting all their money on the worst food ever, trying to tell you that diet is bad and sugar, like fruit has sugar in it, therefore it's not good. Bro, what are you talking about? You don't even believe what you're talking about. You practice what you preach. The same thing here. To tell people the reason why diet don't work is because the problem is you have an unsustainable diet. If you're not if you're setting yourself up for failure, like for instance, you know every year people have a New Year's resolution and they go, I'm gonna do this year, I'm gonna do this year. If your New Year's resolution is I'm gonna go to the moon, guess what? By the end of the year, you're gonna be very disappointed because you didn't get to the moon. If you set yourself up for failure, you will fail. Okay? Put your expectations on a bar that you can attain. If you're on a diet, you should not be completely cutting out all the disgusting, terrible foods that you normally eat. What you should be doing is you should be eating them in moderation. And then hopefully, as time goes on, you slowly but surely pick up better skills, more attributes, and better experience when it comes to eating. Like, I remember when I was really trying to get on my shit, I was eating terrible. I remember, like, I would literally eat, like, a hot pocket a day, and I would call it a day. But I discovered chicken breast and seasoning salt and other things, and I started gaining weight. And I started to realize that some foods are better than others, right? But it's okay to eat chips. It's okay to eat processed foods. The difference, the problem is not those foods. The problem is that you're eating them too often. That's the issue. Whole foods are obviously going to be better because it doesn't spike your sugar intake and stuff like that. But if you just want to eat them, it's okay. Just hopefully you're not eating them to a degree where you're gaining weight on them. That's the only issue. So I always say slow and steady, right? And don't just jump into the deep end of the pool. And I feel like a lot of people do that. You know, people go, oh, I went to the gym for like a month and I didn't lose any weight. If you're eating 5,000 calories a day and you think going to the gym, burning 300 calories is going to do anything besides make you feel depressed, then I got something to tell you. You know, it's obvious. But these people will say this stuff with such confidence and they're literally hurting people. And I feel like they know better, but I guess they just don't care.
This is actually a really good plus size floor. It's a plus size floor. It's the energy I want. Oh, I said it. Oh, who does these mannequins? It's a cultural. So
What's really big thing is, right? You have a whole entire floor dedicated to plus size, and you still have something to complain about. Like, she's never satisfied.
Play Rivals.
And if you think that someone is a genuine person that is trying to help out the bad acceptance fat liberation, you're totally mistaken. This is a person that wants the inverse for you. Okay, and this person is literally the opposite of somebody that you should want leading your organization, your cause, your trend, whatever you have. Because this person doesn't care. They just want to complain because she knows that she's going to get more money or more views and be more popular because she says something.
They're telling me play Rivals and left. This nigga troll.
How are you going to say it's a whole floor dedicated to plus size and say it's in the back? In the back of what? What are you talking about? It's a whole floor. How do you have the back of a floor? What are you talking about? And then talking about who dresses the mannequin. Who cares, bro? They probably have floor plans. They probably have the people at the top, whoever sells them or leases out the clothes or whatever. They probably say, put the clothes up this way. Or maybe it's corporate. Who knows? Okay? Why are you sitting here upset that the mannequins are dressed improperly? It's like that one clip from, what's that one girl's name when she went into the store? The girl that had Major the Behemoth, Glitter and Lasers, that went into the store and redid the mannequin. Like, you're doing too much. For what, though? Like, why are you so pressed about shit? This shit is ridiculous. Move on with your day. If it's a whole floor plus size, then go pick something out. You probably don't find something, right? Nah, never that. We never find something. We always complain, though, every single time. And this is why I say, do not look at Samara as anything other than a literal grifter. She's just doing this because she knows it gets her views. And as soon as this well runs dry, she'll move on to the next thing. She will, because she doesn't ultimately care about any of these causes. She just cares about being very inflammatory and being very loud about stuff that really doesn't matter. I mean, really think about the scenario we're in. If you're out here and you're complaining that there's like a 25% of a floor dedicated to plus size, no, we got a whole floor, and not only do we have a whole floor, all the selection, and she's still mad. It's just that, like, she doesn't care. At least for her friend, though, it seems like she's being nice. Like, oh, it doesn't seem bad. Which it doesn't. It doesn't seem bad. But Samara doesn't care.
yeah. Would you like it black?
Why is it a problem if it's black, bro? Isn't black like the most bought color ever? You're just finding reasons to not enjoy it. Like, this is one of the reasons why I could never be around somebody like Samara. Like, if you're always being cynical about literally everything, like, you're never optimistic, you're always trying shit too, because like if you have to live with somebody like that, or you have to be around them, like if you're working with these people will make your day shitter from just being around them. It's almost like their aura is dedicated to just, you know, sucking away all of your life. You know, they're aging you. They're physically aging you. Sometimes I wonder, like, how can people that do that much, that act this terrible, like, how can they even have friends? How can they even be around people, bro? Because these people are genuinely, they just make me ill being around them. And I know some are the exact same way. I'm surprised
This shit ass. Don't tell me to play this shit no more. Game is fucking terrible.
I mean, you know,
Don't ever tell me to touch this.
if I was her mom, I would not want to be around somebody that's sucking the life out of literally every single room that she's in. It's wild to see Samara, even when she gets her way. She's the room that she's in. It's wild.
You told me to play this shit, then leave, nigga. He did. Alright, that nigga gone.
And you know, they just make me ill being around them. And I know Samara's the exact same way. I'm surprised she has any friends. I'm surprised she has anybody that wants to be around her. Good looks on her mom staying around. I mean, you know, congratulations. Because if I was her mom, I would not want to be around somebody that's sucking the life out of literally every single room that she's in. It's wild to see Samara. Even when she gets her way, she still doesn't like it.
Black. Everything is black in patterns.
Can you believe that? Oh my God. All it is black. Oh wait, there's more stuff besides black, but it's patterned. So I'm still gonna be upset.
I can't breathe. This is bad. This is terrible.
It's really not though. It's an entire floor. Like you're literally upset of a floor.
Glad it was a whole floor. Definitely a lot of options. Like who else to Macy's? But can we next time? Can it be on floor 2?
Never enough for Samara. Always complaining. Okay, guys, that's technique number 1. If you want to be a social media influencer and you want to argue about stuff, always argue about the things that really don't matter the most. Like, why does it matter if it's on the second floor? What floor are you on? Like the third? Like, why does it matter, bro? You probably took the escalator up the stairs anyway. Would you burn like an extra 5 calories, taking an additional 5 steps? Like, come on, bro. It's really not that big of a deal. And to be upset this hard, and to also be like, well, at least it's got some clothes, but all the clothes are bad. It's just awful. Like these types of organizations, like this is the reason why they're failing, is because these people at the top, these people that are like the spokespeople, are actually just terrible. They genuinely do not believe what they preach. They just say it because they know it gets money and it gets trendy. So, you know, when it comes to Samara, dude, how can anybody like this woman? It's just ridiculous, dude. I'm sorry. Like, there are people out there that have personalities that are basically just rocks, right? They have nothing. They're so dry. They have nothing going on. They're incredibly boring. Samara, I believe, actually does have a personality, but her personality is ass. Like, really garbage. Like, really shit. Like, awful. Beyond belief. Like, she I feel like just talking to her, she sounds condescending. You get me? Like, she thinks that she's better than you because I went to Harvard, and I graduated from Harvard Law School, and I did this, and I was the prom. She can't stop talking about that shit. All she ever said is, I went to Harvard, and I'm so talented, and I can sing, not very well. And she brags about it so often. Like, I don't want to be around you. Show, don't tell. I always say that. Like, if you graduated from school, that's amazing. But, hey, why are you telling me about it? I didn't even ask. You know, the conversation was about lasagna. Why are you telling me about how you graduated from Harvard? You get me? That shit is wild to me. You know when you watch a movie, and at the very beginning of the movie, they have to explain basically the entire plot of the movie, you know? In the year 2525, the world ended. The nukes dropped. You know? Like, at the very beginning of it. Like, show me. You know, I don't want to hear a guide tell me about all the hidden lore and all the good exposition and all that stuff. Show me. You know? Don't tell me about it. You know, have like a flashback sequence throughout the movie. Don't just tell me right off the bat. That is so boring. And it's so awful. Okay? Don't do that. Don't be that type of person. Let it come out organically. If you make a lot of money and you meet up with a girl on a date and you tell her you have a lot of money, that's way less impressive than a girl going, so what do you do for a job? Oh my God, you're a millionaire? What? As opposed to, I'm a millionaire, you know that shit? That's my Bugatti outside right there. Yo, check it out.
That's some fish, nigga.
That's always going to be better. But, you know, for Samara, no, we got to tell everybody. And we got to make sure they know.
You said work out to not be fat is healing. You're telling me to go work out with the intention of not being fat. That's the intention.
trying to do it for the explicit purpose of losing weight. Is there a problem with that though? Like, are we shitting on people that try to go to the gym to lose weight? Like, is
Yeah, nigga, you know what's good?
like
Pussy.
people going, I don't know, like, what is this fake outrage? Like, why are you even upset? Like, why are you mad? Like, if somebody said work out to not be fat, it's healing. I mean, he's not wrong. A lot of people do go to the gym to work out, to make sure they're healthy, to lose weight. And I know that you don't think that being fat, I think you, okay, Samara thinks that being fat is healthy, which is objectively false. But in her weird, twisted mind and the way she thinks about stuff, she does consider being fat to be healthy. So I guess this person saying losing weight to be healthy is bad because the implication is that if you lose weight, you'll be healthier. But Samara's entire worldview is binged on the fact that you don't lose weight to be healthy. So I guess it's like, I hate this fake outrage. I don't know why she does this. Like, the yelling, the screaming, for what? You know, for what? No, sorry. It's okay. I don't want to tone police anybody, but it's just fake outrage. Like, you're not passionate about this. I don't even know what you're talking about. How can you be upset with somebody saying,
oh fuck,
workout is healing? What's wrong with that? I think it's fine.
Yeah,
I think it's okay. I think it's a
bullshit.
valid point, matter of fact. Samira is an actual terrible person. And I'll die on this hill. I do think that she's, you know, for somebody that says she's academically inclined and she's super, you know, smart, and people always proclaiming that she's super intellectual, she never want to talk about it. You know, she never want to actually strike up a conversation with somebody that disagree with her, because ultimately, she knows she would crumble like a pile of croutons. She can't actually debate anybody. And I've definitely hit her up a few different times to try to get her on a call to see if we could talk about something of value. But the girlie never going to do that because she likes her little safe space of people on the internet coddling her, her little hug box of people telling her that she's amazing and spectacular and awesome. You know, really, really, oh my God, yes, queen. You know, yes, queening her over and over and over again.
Damn, we know where that shit done
Ultimately, that doesn't
yesterday.
help you,
Stop turning around that
because
shit. Done.
if you are a shit person and everybody tells you you're a good person, that doesn't stop you from being a shit person. It just means that people around you are encouraging you to be a continuously shit person. So I hope people have better friends. Doesn't seem like Samara does. And also, I think Samara has no spine at all because she refuses to talk to anybody about anything of value at all. Instead, she just goes on the internet and espouses literal terribleness consistently over and over and over again. Let me know what you guys think down below about the Samara or the ordeal. I'm very interested in hearing what you guys got to say. But that's the end of the video. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate if you get that like, comment, subscribe, share the video.
Next picture is my life.
If you guys boy and or you're here right now, leave it down. I've been yelling. Yell all the time. That's your shtick. But anyway, guys, you're very beautiful, you're very spectacular, very outrageously amazing. I care about you immensely, and I like your nose. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Peace.
They said peace.
Social media parents are some of the worst parents ever. They're so self-obsessed. They're literally main character syndromed. And as you guys know, if you bring children into the world, they didn't ask to be brought into the world. You took a responsibility, an obligation, and you decided that you were going to bring these children in. And so many of these parents nowadays use their children as accessories or ways to amplify their social media presences. And I see that more often than not nowadays, and especially with this particular individual who's known as the Donut Mom. Now, that's not her exact name. It's like Alexandria or something like that. And today we're going to be talking about this particular individual, and we're going to get real deep because I genuinely dislike this individual, and I think that overall, terrible, bad parent. And I think that this person should 110% face some accountability for that. It is crazy, some of the stuff that we're going to see today. I didn't initially want to make a video on this woman because when I first saw her, I thought she had a mental disability. I thought she had Down syndrome. I guess I'm wrong. I thought she did, though. I was like, I don't want to make a video on somebody that has a disability. I really don't like it when people make those videos.
Oh, follow my channel.
Disabilities. Like, for instance, I get it if you want to make like a docu-series on people, which, by the way, are super inflated nowadays. So many different docu-series, so many people out here literally making the same cookie-cutter ass, you know, this happened here, this happened there, same busted-ass voice. Can you guys believe that this, like, it's just, I hate it. So, you know, I'm never going to, but that's the initial reason why I didn't want to make a video.
Alright, come on. It's technically a mic, but it's not. I like this video. Damn, that shit look trifling. Nah, what? This nigga, bro. This nigga said Nicki Minaj did it too. See, I don't give a fuck about kids. Oh, I know that bitch stink. It's still shit though. They have a place for fucking pizza though? That don't even make sense. I wouldn't even do that. That place makes sense. It's quicker. That makes sense too. What's the weather? This is fucking got sugar juice on it. This is not fruit. That juicy. No bullshit. Chills be fucking everywhere. That shit annoying. Not it was just me. Everybody live the same life, okay? Type shit. That's good. I get these out and fuck them afterwards. Four pieces right there. You bitch lazy, big nasty bitch that don't do nothing. Never big nasty ass. I know that house stink. Yeah, she stink. Bitch, you ain't doing shit but laying down and fucking all day to big nasty ass. That's the only thing she not lazy to do. She got no care in the world. This guy never done about feeding kids. Shut up, shut up, big ass. Big sloppy fat fucker. Big ass Andrea. Damn, this nigga 30? Fuck the nails, bitch. Yo, I need you. Body care. She put food on that shit for. She. Mm. Oh, please. You lazy. Oh, big ass, don't be lazy. Big sack of potatoes up this motherfucker. God, pissing me off to looking at her big ass. That's why I need to work out. This big bitch pissing me off. Yeah, nah. That shit. Hey. You ain't get no home cooked meal. That bitch can't cook. You got fries. Damn. Her big ass pissing me off. Oh, we gonna let this bitch over. Like, real talk. She pissing me off. She pissing me off, bro. Pissing me off. Yeah, look how fucking face and hair, glasses. She pissing me off. Who fucking this? Who is nutting in this? Who was fucking that? Bitch steady doing pizza. There's really people out here that's parents like this. That shit's ridiculous. I see. Foreign idea. That shit foreign as hell. You know, foreign as a bitch. That shit foreign. You're not going out to you like that. You didn't. That bitch got that shit on 500 degrees. Oh, big ass phone. Bro, the fucking video right here, bitch. Damn. A big ass eating them bitches too. I, you ever want to beat somebody ass because they fat as hell? Or just want to beat your ass because you fat? You beat the shit out you. Or do something to you because it angers me that you so fucking fat. That's crazy. Like, right? That's crazy, right? Want to beat somebody ass because they fat? It's just, you ain't unboxing shit. You act like you unboxing still. Cap at it. I ain't even people at the Ames. I ain't see what the fuck was happening. I'm playing the game. This is the last thing I heard. Digga, it's crazy. So that's so easy. Nah, I could take the cooking video from even going without going downstairs. Yeah, that's a W. King Cap. That's tough. But her fat ass not. Bitch got time to go get her nails done, but ain't got time to go feed them kids some right food. Then get your big ass in jail. That shit is funny. This nigga's hilarious. I eat that shit forever.
My disappointment is immeasurable. 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 My disappointment is immeasurable.
I just don't see kids doing that anymore. I see a lot of kids never going outside, never doing anything, and yet, and this is a good example of that. Bad parenting, bad parenting, bad food management, bad household management. I mean, are you crazy, bro? I knew some bad parents. I knew this one dude when I was growing up. His name was Snowman, and I used to think his name was Snowman. Well, people used to think that the reason why we called him Snowman was because his hair was white, right? He was like a military guy. Yeah, his hair was white. He was living with his wife. But we call him Snowman. The reason why we call him Snowman is because he always had cocaine. Always. He would always be, sniffing up on that cocaine. I saw him doing cocaine. I saw other people doing cocaine as well when I was growing up. I saw a lot of people doing drugs, and including people around me. And it was common. It was super common for people to do drugs. And let me tell you something. Cocaine, heroin, meth, all that stuff, parents were doing that, and still their houses were clean. And still their kids had food. And still everything around them was in order. It's wild to me that I can be around literal parents that were doing drugs on the regular, and not just drugs like smoking weed, hard drugs, like literal hard drugs. And houses were always clean. There always was food in the house. There was always eating nutritious meals and stuff like that. Kids were out playing games and stuff like that. It's crazy to me that I saw that. And yet, and I'm seeing this. It's just crazy to me, bro. The girl couldn't take 5-10 minutes out of her day to clean the stove. How long did it take, man? Take out those little iron pieces off the top, the burners, burners, take them off, take off the actual burners, get a rag, get some Dawn, a solid Dawn, get the Dawn dish soap, put a little bit of water. Water activates it, guys, okay? Water on the rag first. So a little bit, not too much soap. People will be killing it with this soap. Chill back. A little bit of soap, water. Again, preferably warm water. Water again, because it activates the soap. Scrub that bitch down. It only takes 5 minutes, maybe 10 at most. And guess what? Now your stove is looking delicious. It's looking so clean. It's looking so sparkly. And your kids are seeing that. And they're saying, this is a great example of what I'm going to do when I get older. That's all I want. And it's not that much effort, too. It's the basic. It's the bare minimum. And yet here I am complaining that you're not doing it. I just think too many parents nowadays shouldn't be parents. Too many bad examples, and it's sad. It's so sad. Overly processed foods. So many examples of bad parenting. It's crazy. And this is not the only example too. It's not. But this is the one we have today. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'm interested to hear what you got to say because I'm very passionate about this, man. I think that if you're going to have children, you have to understand that they didn't ask to be born. You chose to bring them into the world, and yet you're failing. It's crazy to me. Like, is your right. You have to do this for them. You decided to do this. They're...
Hey, y'all. So today, me and my husband went to Lowe's.
You got a husband, bitch?
Burger fries. And this burger was big. Let me show y'all. If y'all ever go, Lord, look at this, guys.
It's so good. It's like the size of a toddler's head. Oh my god, it barely can fit in your head. It's bigger than your hand. Look at the hungry shit. Oh my god, that's massive.
This is a Lowe's burger.
That's
So licking her lips, looking at it is insane. It's pretty crazy, man. Hey, so a lot of people told me about this girl. I've been known about this girl, Mrs. Jones. I've seen her videos before. I've heard the how it take, man. You could, baby. And if you've been on the channel for any extended period of time, you would know that I've reacted to this woman before, and I didn't really care for her, to be honest. It just seemed like another mukbanger that was going crazy, eating tons and tons of food. But it seems like recently, the girlie has been going OD. Ridiculous. The amount of food that she's consuming right now is insane. Go and check her out. Mrs. Jones on TikTok, Eat with Case, or whatever her name is. Absolutely insane amounts of food. This is not normal. All of her videos are her eating, like almost kind of like whenever you get a burger and then probably triple it, and that's like the normal serving sizes for her. But for her, she doesn't seem like it is.
I'm gonna cook these.
I would not put it down. It already looked like it was like a 5-pound dumbbell on the plate. So, and she was already struggling to pick it up. So, I don't know why we're putting it back down. Might as well just dig into that shit. It almost doesn't matter.
Give me 1 minute.
Yeah, I know that food is greasy.
This is a big burger.
No shit.
I don't think I cut it all the way down, babe.
Might as well get some fiber from the paper, huh? God damn.
Yeah, okay.
Nigga.
I would body that shit. I know I would. I'm 100%. But if somebody like her,
This is a big burger.
no shit.
I don't think I cut it all the way down, babe.
Might as well get some fiber from the paper, huh?
Yeah, okay.
Damn. I would body that shit. I know I would. I'm 100%. But if somebody like her, probably not. Probably not. She's already struggling with food immensely. The girlie should probably put the burger down, and I mean put the burger down in the trash. Dang. Damn.
I'm fucking weak. Damn. That damn.
There's not a single world where I can see taking an entire spoonful, not even a spoonful, sorry, a wooden spoon, I don't even know what you call this, a dreidel, a ladle, a sadle, I don't know, whatever that is, a giant wooden spoonful of confetti frosting is always going to be disgusting, always going to be horrible, and part of me really loves America because of how insane we are, like how crazy we are, how like we take things that we just shouldn't be eating and yet we
But this right here should just always be condemned every single time. Like, when you look at somebody and they're making a video online, I don't care how great their eye makeup is. I don't care how lubricated their lips are. I don't care how amazing their hair is. Always call out somebody eating spoonfuls of frosting. It doesn't taste good, and I don't know why she even ripped off the top. I guess she just wanted to taste it as is before she threw on the toppings. Whatever, if you can even call it that. And he's like, what world are we living in where we're calling toppings jimmies, basically? I mean, just the confetti part of the galaxy, confetti, funfetti, space blue vanilla, or whatever this is. I just don't get it. Like I said in the previous video, frosting realistically is the topping. You know, you're putting it on top of the cake. It's an accessory to the cake. It's not the cake, because cake in and of itself is already delicious. I mean, just putting some cake in your mouth, you know, whether that be chocolate or vanilla or whatever. Personally speaking, I do like vanilla cake-wise. You know, I do like that over that. But even still, nah, bro, it's gross. It's pretty disgusting. But I mean, here we are in 2025, and people still doing this shit. Sorry, it's 2026 now. At least it's not like ASMR, you know. At least because like the volume is there.
I swallowed the bite.
Okay, as opposed to, I mean, maybe she's trying to say that because people in the comment section probably will tell her that she's lying. Like, no, you're not actually eating the frosting, right? You're not actually putting that whole thing in your mouth. Because like a lot of people on TikTok especially, there's a lot of cuts. A lot of people will make videos and it's like cut consistently over and over and over again, because people don't actually eat the food, and it makes a lot of sense. Like, why would you want to be sitting there eating entire spoonfuls of frosting over and over? It's gross, it's disgusting, and it's probably not something you ever want to do. So a lot of people that do mukbangs will spit it out. Like, they'll put it in their mouth, there'll be a cut, and then they'll on to the next bite. So obviously what they're doing is like they're chewing it and they're spitting it out, which is an incredible waste of food. But in their scenario, wasting food is like in nothing. You know, it doesn't really matter when you're making literally hundreds of dollars off one singular video. I mean, really think about it. If you're spending, I think a frosting from the supermarket is like $3, which is actually not bad. But $3 for the frosting, and then you probably get $100, but you're just spitting it out. But it is a waste of money. It is a waste of money, and it's a waste of food. There are plenty of people out there that could use that food, but then again, I hate when people do that shit where they go, oh, but you're wasting food, you're wasting this, you're wasting that. Dude, I hate this shit. Why are you pocket watching so heavily? There are plenty of things that I have bought and you have bought that obviously could have went towards another person or somebody else could have used, and it would have benefited them more than it would have benefited you, but fuck them. Like, there is what it is. Like, there are plenty of people out there that just, it is what it is, right? Like, for instance, I saw a cat outside of some guy's house the other day, and I called up Animal Rescue League, and I said, hey, the temperature's going down, what can you do? And they went to that guy's house, and the guy was like, no, you cannot come into my house, and no, you cannot go into my backyard, fuck you. And then the Animal Rescue League people called me, and they said, there's nothing we can do. It is what it is. Is that guy gonna die? Probably. I can't take care of it. I don't know where it is. I can't go on that guy's property, and neither can those people. It is what it is. In certain scenarios and places, there's just nothing you can do. So in these places, where this girl is actually eating the food, which is actually crazy as hell, if I'm being honest with you. It is gross, it's disgusting, but at least she's eating it, I suppose. But there are certain people, certain creators out there that don't actually eat their food. Instead, what they do is they put it in their mouth, they spit it out. Spitters are quitters. Everybody knows that shit. I know I would never. I would 100%. I would swallow every single fucking time, every time, because I need that shit every single time, bro. You know, I'm devoted. And I think that's what really separates me from everybody else, you know? Like, there are people out there that are very, very good at certain activities. I feel like I'm good enough, but what you'll really always get with me is I'm devoted. I'll go the 9. I'll go the full, all the way for you. And I feel like that really seals the deal. Like, if you're enthusiastic about it, if you're happy about it, that is what really, really puts me into the mood. You know what I'm talking about? You should be wanting to do it. And that's what I would be if I was in a scenario where I had to swallow a bunch of... What did you guys think we were talking about again? No, we were talking about swallowing confetti, blueberry, vanilla frosting, I guess.
Unicorn, funfetti, vanilla frosting.
Why is it so loud? I genuinely don't care about the ASMR. It makes no sense to me why so many people on the internet like hearing nails crinkle against cups and glass and metal and other things like that. I don't get it. I don't like it. And I do understand the ASMR where it's like the hot guy or the hot girl or something like that, and they're like doing or saying something that's kind of weird, you know? Like a guy going like, "You broke the rules, and now you need to be punished," right? That, or the girl, you know, screaming or whatever, or something. I get these things. The sexual, the sex baiting or whatever. I get that. I totally understand those things. But I do not understand ASMR when it comes to like, you know, nails on a piece of wood or something like that. People do it, and I get it for the stuff that I listed, but not for the nails. I don't understand that. I used to watch a guy get his head massaged by Indian dudes. Like, he would go over to India under the explicit purpose of getting Indian dudes to do this on the top of his head. Like, they would do like 3-finger thing, and they would just he was bald, and he would get head massages and stuff like that. They'd shave his head, and they would crack his knuckles for him, and they would give him back massages, and they would do one of these on the back of his neck and stuff like that. That to me, that really lubricates my lips. That really makes me feel some type of way. But normally speaking, I don't understand how so many people can love feeling or hearing things, touching things, just because. But this girl is known to eat. This girl is known to eat frosting. All this girl's content is her eating tons and tons of frosting. She does other stuff though. I can't necessarily say all she does is eat frosting, but I will tell you that probably the most popular videos are her eating frosting, right? Well, decently. There's a few videos here that are a little bit more disrespectful than others, like the confetti strawberry cake and whatever that is. That seems pretty disgusting, but is that Fruity Pebbles? Dave's Hot Chicken ASMR? What the fuck is this? How is this Dave's Hot Chicken? We're just eating Fruity Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles with chicken? Okay, we can't watch this. This is the frosting video, okay? All the frosting. Why would you make me get off topic like that? What is wrong with you guys? Why? Why do we eat the frosting like that? Your mouth is designed to put the spoon in and then
Be
why do you
slurping
have
it
to
up.
eat it like you're chowing down on some meat or something like that? Why are you doing that? Why do we have to do that? I've noticed that it's a lot of girls that do these videos. Is it like only girls that do mukbang content? Somebody's got to let me know down below. There are some guys, don't get me wrong. I saw some dudes out there doing mukbang content, but I don't think they get the same type of reception that other people do. I guess you got to be like kind of flamboyant a little bit, maybe slightly gay, I don't know, in order to make it work, or just be a girl, I suppose. I don't know. I guess being a girl comes with a lot of privileges, I suppose, and I guess doing mukbang content on TikTok is one of them, because it seems like the people that are the most popular for doing mukbang content seems to be women. I don't know why. It's like, but do men just not eat very good or well? Do men just do they just suck at eating frosting or something? So let me know down below, because I was always under the assumption that men were a little bit better at eating because we usually do it more efficiently than other women. But then again, that might be incorrect. But by more efficiently, I mean like we eat very, very quickly, you know? Like when I'm out with my friends and we go out to eat, every single one of my friends will finish their food inside of 10-15 minutes. But when you're with a girl, it's like, I just gotta take my time. Can I get some wine? Can I try some of your food? No! I'm sorry, that was uncalled for. I'm sorry about that. But what I'm saying is that sometimes I might want to be done. I want to eat my and just do they just suck at eating frosting or something? So let me know down below, because I was always under the assumption that men were a little bit better at eating because we usually do it more efficiently than other women. But then again, that might be incorrect. But by more efficiently, I mean like we eat very, very quickly, you know? Like when I'm out with my friends and we go out to eat, every single one of my friends will finish their food inside of 10-15 minutes. But when you're with a girl, it's like, I just gotta take my time. Can I get some wine? Can I try some of your food? No! I'm sorry, that was uncalled for. I'm sorry about that. But what I'm saying is that sometimes I might want to be done. I want to eat my food very quickly. You know, I don't want to wait. I don't want to make it last longer. People out here making their food like, oh no, I have to eat it very slow. Why? Dude, just eat that shit quick. fast, expedient. Why are you taking your time? One of my friends, he can literally drink, I think, a 2-liter inside of 3 minutes, and that shit will be nothing to him. He grew up in the Middle East, so I don't know if that means he's like super thirsty all the time, but he's an expert at drinking down 2 liters. Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper, easily can swallow that down inside of a minute, 2 minutes at most. I feel like 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, probably 3 minutes, and then it'd be gone. And I've never seen anybody eat so fast or drink so efficiently in my life. Damn! What the fuck you be doing out here, man? Heads up to anybody that wants to make quality content on TikTok. All you gotta do is just eat food very weirdly. Do you guys really think she's eating it? You guys really think this is how she eats it normally? Hell no. Okay, she's doing it for the camera, and it's getting the attention that she wants. You know, I've never seen anybody eat like that, and it is very, very disgusting. I'm not gonna lie to you. But just like you, I'm not hungry anymore. After seeing her literally swallow that down the way that she did, and then also the face that she's giving right after it, yeah, it's not making me want to like this food anymore. It's kind of disgusting. But then again, frosting in general, who the fuck is out here enjoying frosting to this degree? I don't get it, you don't get it, and we all don't get it. We shouldn't be enjoying frosting like this. Frosting should be something we should eat only when we have cake, but in limited amounts.
Let's eat a snack.
No. Cheetos and frosting? Is this something I'm not aware of? Is this like a new, new strat found? Somebody let me know. I didn't know. I didn't know people out here were doing this. It's not normal. I used to know a girl, and she used to like Doritos and cottage cheese, and it was like her cheat meal whenever she would go to the gym and stuff like that, because cottage cheese has a lot of protein in it, and, Doritos are not very good for you, but you're kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's like an in-between meal. Sometimes she would just eat, and she really liked it. I couldn't really get behind it, to be honest. It was kind of disgusting to me. Not because the Doritos, but the cottage cheese. Cottage cheese I know is really, really good for you, but it's like the texture of cottage cheese is like really off-putting. I just kind of really don't like cottage cheese for that flavor. I mean, sorry, the texture. It kind of feels like little bubbles bursting in my mouth. I really don't like it. But I understood that. I did. That made a lot of sense. Cheetos, though, are like cheese doodles. And frosting is kind of crazy. Somebody said, how many months pregnant are you? True, this is a woman pregnancy thing. Like, when you talk to girls that are pregnant, they're like what kind of foods do you like? And they're like, oh, yeah, I really like heads of lettuce with strawberry syrup on it. And you're like, what are you talking about? Like, that does not sound normal or natural, or just, that doesn't even sound edible at all. But this is literally exactly what a combination of, this does seem like a combination that a pregnant woman might eat. It doesn't look good, though, but I'm interested. I'm very interested. Ugh.
Ruffles?
In the car, though? No, it's not good. Don't tell me it's good. Bro, they're lying. They gotta be lying, bro. There's no way you're eating fucking chips and frosting. There's no way it tastes good. You're lying to me, bro. You're doing this shit for the views. I get it. But other people out here are gonna eat this shit because they think it's good too. No, that shit's not good. Chips and dip. Yes, I'll fuck with chips and dip. Though I feel like chips and dips was like a very 90s thing. I don't see many people eating chips and dip nowadays. I know dip still exists, but nobody eats it. Be honest. Leave it down below. When was the last time you ever saw somebody actually eating dip, like chips and dip? Not often. And if you do, it's like maybe once a year. I haven't seen or eaten chips and dip in literally gotta be 15 years, maybe even more than that. Maybe when I was like a kid, maybe like 20 years ago. Yeah, I feel like 20 years ago I was eating chips and dip, but I was an anomaly. Like, kids around me never ate chips and dip, but chips and frosting this doesn't even sound natural. It doesn't even sound like something you should ever put in your mouth, ever. Why do you have to incorporate frosting and chips? Frosting is not supposed to be something we eat. It's supposed to be a condiment, like a side on the cake. It's not supposed to be consumed by, like, the ounces, bro. This is not normal. We have people out here literally chronically dehydrated, and then, like, the main reason is because you're eating chips and frosting.
Hot Cheeto Puffs and strawberry frosting.
People have the bubble cut after this. Oh.
I mean, I feel like it's going to be one or the other. Like, you're either going to have an overwhelming flavor of frosting, or you're going to have an sit there, and they'll just, overwhelming flavor of Cheeto. It's got to be one or the other. There's no in between with this. Kind of like, when you add onion, like raw onion to anything, whatever you're eating just kind of takes on the flavor of the onion. I feel like it's like that. Whatever you're eating here, it's got to be,
I've never had a boyfriend, I've never been in a relationship, nothing like that, and I'm 26, but I've always wanted a relationship. Like, I'm a hopeless romantic, it's just something that I've always really wanted, is to be in love.
And of course, everybody wants to be in love, everybody wants somebody to be with, but I've always stressed this. What do you offer that other person? Because it's very easy for somebody to go, I want this, I want that, this person must look like this, and this person must do that. But it's very difficult for somebody to look into it and go, what am I offering? What are the key redeeming qualities that I have that would benefit another person in a relationship? Because those are the things that you're going to have to probably provide when it comes to selling yourself to another person. And it's not simply, I want this, I want that. Everybody wants, I want. We all want things, of course. But what am I getting out of this, right? What is the equal exchange of currency? And also know who you're dating. So, for instance, if you're dating dudes,
This is what I'm eating for lunch. Guys, look at how out.
I'm going to tell you right now, most guys are going to be attracted to attractive women. I know that that's crazy to say, but it is what it is, okay? Now, not to say that you have to be the most attractive woman, but you probably need to be attractive, okay? And these are things that you can do to improve yourself. So, like, for instance, having a good skincare routine, taking care of yourself, going to the gym, eating right, these things are going to be super important because you need to understand that, like, being attractive doesn't just necessarily mean that you have, like, I don't know, like, the ideal body type, the giant proportions, the BBLs. No, you don't need to have these things. You just need to be healthy. And being healthy is a good marker for beauty because it tells me that you're taking care of yourself, and that's really, really good for a lot of people. So I don't want to have to be worrying about going to the doctor with you or having to deal with long-term side effects of whatever you didn't want to take care of because you were lazy or whatever it might be. These are things that most people just don't want to deal with, and any normal human being knows what I'm talking about when I say that. Now, there are people out there that are going to go, but David, would you not date somebody with cancer? Would you not date somebody with mental illness? Would you not date somebody? No, I wouldn't. I'm sorry to say. Okay, like, there are a few exceptions to that rule. Like, for instance, if I met a really cool girl and she was missing a leg, like, I wouldn't let that really hold me back. It's not like I would be like, nah, I can't date that person, look weird or whatever. No, of course, like, missing a leg is fine. But if somebody has, like, a major mental illness, I'm not equipped to handle that type of relationship. I'm not equipped to handle somebody that has, maybe a poor relationship with food. Like, I'm just not equipped for these things, and I don't want to be equipped for these things, so I'm going to stick to what I know, and I'm going to be with somebody that I know I don't have to, really, really help on a daily basis when it comes to that stuff, right? So don't feel like you're a bad person because maybe you're not equipped to handle that type of stuff. It's okay. These are normal things that you're not equipped to handle. That's fine. Somebody else might be, but you're not. Don't feel like you're a bad person because you can't handle that type of stuff. But like I said, look inward. Self-reflection is really, really important. I'm gonna let you know if you're looking for men, you're probably gonna need to be in shape or at least trying to lose weight. It's definitely gonna benefit you. And I'm sick of people saying otherwise. It is gonna help you, and these are things that we should be looking at.
Of course, I could have put myself out there a little bit more, probably. I've gone on a few hinge dates, but, like, that's pretty much the extent of it. Personally, I'm more of, like, I have a crush for 7 years until I give you an ick kind of girl, but I've tried. Even though I've never been in a relationship and never really even had proof of anyone liking me in my life.
It's pretty sad, though. To be openly telling people that you stalk a guy for 7 years is pretty insane. Before we go any further, as you guys can see in the comment section, Trisha Paytas in the comment section. And if you guys don't know who Trisha Paytas is awesome. I'm going to tell you the truth. I used to watch Trisha Paytas way back in the day when she was with Jason Nash. I know, really far back. And I used to really like her. And not so much anymore. I think Trisha Paytas has lost touch with reality a little bit. I guess she really has always kind of not had the best touch with reality, if I'm being honest with you. She's kind of like far and away. She's super privileged. But even still, losing touch with reality. And sometimes people will say things that sound good, surface level, but the reality of what they're saying is incredibly terrible and demonstrable in oh so many ways. But let's see what Trisha Paytas said here. This is actually Trisha Paytas, as you can see. 10 million followers. This is actually full-on Trisha Paytas in this comment section. But anyway, let's see what Trisha Paytas says. You don't need to lose weight. The love of your life will find you and cherish you as you are. He's going to look at you in ways that you never thought somebody could. I was 31 in my first real relationship, worth the wait. This is terrible advice. This is actually really, really terrible, awful, terrible advice. Because if this person here is telling you that they have a hard time finding a relationship, they're 26 years old, a rough 26, and they're saying that they haven't ever had a relationship. They don't know if men have ever been attracted to them. They have absolutely zero experiences, and they're telling you that they think their weight is an issue. And then you, as a big social media influencer, says, well, don't worry about it, because I'm sure it's fine. Being overweight is not the problem. Even though this person is literally telling you that it's a problem, I feel like you need to reconsider some shit, because that's actually really, really fucked up to do, and you're denying this person's personal experience and stuff like that. Trisha Paytas is an airhead, in my opinion. I have no idea what this person is talking about when it comes to, like, you'll eventually find somebody, because if you keep telling somebody you're doing something, you're not getting any results, and then you tell them, keep doing it, do you think that they're going to keep getting results? No, they're not, obviously, because they're doing it and they're not getting anything. So you telling them that is only going to make it worse for them. You're confirming something, and it's like, you could say it. You could say, oh, I found a relationship, though, and I was fat. That's great. I'm happy for you. But with all due respect, you are the exception to the rule. There's very few and far between people that are going to confess to that same truth. Now, you could be happy that you found a relationship. That's really, really great. But you're basically telling this woman to gamble. Continue to gamble. The 1 in a million that will be okay with this person. She made it to 26, has no relationships, and somehow you think that she's going to keep going and find one? I mean, I guess the chances are up, but they're still pretty low. No, we need to stop doing this. We need to stop confirming people's terrible cognitive biases. If this person is telling you, I'm having a hard time finding a relationship and no man wants to be with me, and I think it's because I'm fat, and then you go, no, it's not because you're fat, because guess what? I was fat and I was able to find a relationship. Dude, I don't give a fuck about you. Give real information. Give real advice. Because just telling this person that she's going to keep doing what she's doing, even though whatever she's doing is not working, you're actually telling this person that her life's perpetually going to be ass, you know? Or like she's doing something wrong, even though she has no idea what she's doing wrong. So we need to stop doing that. Absolutely terrible advice from Trisha Paytas. And I feel like sometimes we need to take a step back. I'm happy Trisha Paytas is in a good relationship, but dude, waiting till 31 as well? No. You just basically told this girl she needs to wait an additional 5 years to even find a man, and that's a maybe.
I feel like I'm a catch. So tell me why recently.
But everybody feels like they're a catch. Like, nobody thinks that they're not a catch. There aren't people out there that are going, I'm just a shit human. I don't have anything to offer. I'm just so everybody thinks they're awesome. Everybody thinks they have something to offer. Everybody thinks, but like, if you're not getting the results, if you're out in the dating market and you're not getting the person or you're not getting any catches at all, then something's not working, right? And like, let this sink in for 1 second, right? I know I just interrupted myself with an interruption, but even me, okay? I've never had an issue really dating, and this is coming from a dude that's probably a 5, right? But I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm specialized for. I know what I have to offer. I know what I'm gonna be good for in relationships, and that is probably the best advice I can give to most people. Okay, I'm not looking for a girl that's very, very like cutesy and demure, that that can't compete in verbal arguments and stuff like that. I like a very strong, masculine, Western woman, he says. So these are the things I usually look for. And there's a lot of those. It's one of the best things about being in America is that there's a lot of really, really overqualified women that are just really, really amazing. And you find them all over the place. Now, some of them are not usually oriented to my type of rhetoric, right? Because I'm very blunt and I'm very, very, like, an independent. So I know what I'm looking for, though. Is that the point I'm making? And I know how I present. I know that what I bring to the table. I know that I have these good character traits, right? I know that I'm good in conversation. I know that I'm funny. I know that I'm able to actually listen. I've had good experience in relationships, both bad and good relationships. So, like, I have these expertise, these experiences, and I know that whenever I'm with somebody, these are good traits that I'm going to be giving to the other person that are going to be extraordinarily beneficial for that lady. You understand? It's always ladies, sorry. It's always ladies, never men. But the point I'm making is, like, everybody thinks they're a catch. Everybody knows that they have good traits, right? But it's important to understand that some traits are not good for everybody. And it's also important to understand when suck a lot of ass, right? So, like, for instance, when you're dating, you don't realize when you're not dating what are bad traits, because you're not communicating with somebody. You're not living with them. You don't know what is bad because you've never seen these things pop up before. So, like, for instance, I know when I'm in relationships, the things that I'm really bad at. I'm really bad at time management, right? I'm super bad at, like, allocating time towards the other person. I'm extremely selfish. I don't compliment the other person very often, if not at all. I'm extraordinary.
Is Munchies is facing backlash after a recent YouTube video with Adam Ray OK.
And no man wants to be with me, and I think it's because I'm fat, and then you go, cognitive bias. I know what I have to offer. I know what I'm gonna be good for. 18 to get out of that relationship, right? Like nothing occurred. We just had a 5-year relationship. And now I'm 30 and you're 30 as a woman. I'm going to be way better off compared to that woman by like immeasurable amounts. Because men that are older, men that are in their 30s and 40s, are traditionally in our society seen as much better catches. And they're more mature, and maybe they're better in their career, maybe they have more experience and stuff like that. But like never will you ever hear a guy say like, oh, I just want a 30-year-old. You understand? Like women in our society, and you know what I'm talking about, are traditionally judged based off of youth and prettiness. So when you're in a relationship with a woman, and you know it's not going, going anywhere. You know that you're just wasting your time. You know you don't want to marry her. You know you don't want to give her kids. You know you know what I'm talking about. You don't actually like this girl. Break up with her. You're wasting her time. Okay? And it's wild that I see so many men nowadays just stringing women along for no other reason than I don't want her to find somebody that actually likes her. It's crazy. It's crazy and selfish. And you're wasting this woman's precious time that she doesn't even really have a lot of. You know? So in this modern time of ours, I would always say, don't waste people's time, and you should be dating around not having sex with them.
It's about 2-3 days. Hell going on.
And then it's